What up, y'all? So I decided to jump into 4.0 this evening to primarily check on the Anvil Carrack. So they've been kind of reworking this ship a little bit, or I wouldn't really say like a full rework, but more of just making features that were supposed to be in the ship originally that just did not make it into the first iteration of it. So with 4.0, they are adding a lot of things to the ship that originally were missing. One of the big ones is going to be these cargo pods that are right here on the bottom of the ship. Previously, you were not able to open these. This ship was around before persistence. So basically, when the ship came out, if you bought any type of cargo, it would just teleport into the ship. You couldn't move it. You couldn't remove it. And so it's just an old model of the ship. These cargo doors were never designed to open at the time. So they've added the ability to actually open each of these individually. There are 6 of them, basically, 3 on each side. And it looks like they did add some actual panels for the switches in order to open these. So let's go ahead and see what happens here. Okay, so it does fold down. There is audio. Now, from my understanding, at least I believe these are supposed to actually drop down as well, so that this is level with the floor and it's a lot easier to get cargo and put it in there. I think it is still a work in progress right now, so they don't have that in just yet with the animations and everything. But, you know, it's a good start, because before, if you ever wanted to put any cargo into this ship or take any out, it was basically impossible. I'll show you in a minute once we enter the ship where you originally did that from. And it just made any type of cargo work with this ship, which it can hold quite a bit of cargo, but it made anything you were doing with cargo very difficult. So it is a great change, and I wouldn't even call it a change. I call it more of like a needed feature. So as you can see, obviously still work in progress. When you open it, the button moves off of the intended panel here, so don't believe that's how that's supposed to be. Let's see if it goes back for the open. It doesn't. So once you open it, it does go to the wrong spot there, at least on that one. Let's try these other ones here. Oh, yes it does. So as soon as you click it the first time, it moves over to the wrong place. So good old in development. I'm pretty sure they probably all do the same thing here. Yep. I'm not sure if the audio is placeholder or not. They did originally say that when they first announced this actually coming in 4.0, that it was currently not finished, not polished. So anyways, that is the cargo pods. Let's head into the ship itself, which is through that button right there. This is unfortunately, from the ground, the only way to enter this ship is this ramp. They don't have any access ladders or any other elevators to enter the ship, which I think is a little bit of an oversight. I really do hope at some point they add in something. Once these cargo pods drop down, it will technically serve as a way to enter the ship. Technically speaking, if that lowers to the ground, you can go through the cargo pod and then go up into the ship itself. So that'll be, you know, more access points, but I wouldn't consider that as intentional access points, because if you have the ship full of cargo, you're not really going to be able to get through there. So yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and get back onto the ship here. Now, if you are in space, there is a docking port entrance right here, but that doesn't serve any purpose when you're landed on the ground like this. It is a nice big ramp. Got a nice big garage here in the front of the ship. If you've never seen the Carrack before, it's definitely a ship with a lot of potential. It's probably been one of the most useful ships for transportation and kind of a live-in ship up to this point. As much as you could do that anyways. We also have panels here to open one or the other. Looks like they are labeled correctly. So you have starboard and port. Nice, nice, nice. Very cool. Yep, so you got all 6 of those. Back of the ship, we have some suit lockers. A few other things. You can actually get to the aft turret back here as well. Little man turret there. A little bit of desync in the doors right now. And there is actually an elevator back here in the rear of the ship as well. Takes you to every single deck. Habitation is where you'll find the main level that the bridge is at, as well as the medical center, the med bay, and the hangar. Actually, the hangar is up on the technical deck. Some beds here. These aren't med beds. These are just beds. The actual med bed is going to be here in the middle, behind all the glass. So this is where you're supposed to be able to heal yourself up to tier 2. You can also manage people that are registered as respawns here, and you can set your respawn point to here too. One thing I did notice was the elevator was a little bugged out last time I got in here. Yep. So it's still having a problem. Once the elevator is down here, or once the elevator's on your level, it blocks that ladder. So if we send that down, I believe this will be unblocked. Okay, so maybe it's not related to the elevator itself. I'm not sure why this is currently blocked. It's interesting. Get some fuses here. So so part of the rework is they are adding in the things needed for engineering in this ship, which is going to include fuses to power certain modules of the ship. Not sure what else they've done in here. I don't think they've done a ton. The mirror, not a working mirror. Polaris actually has a working mirror on it. And then we've got the bridge. I'm not sure if they're planning on updating this. Most of the new ships, the interaction is generally going to be on the actual button, and they've gone away from having interactions on full section pieces like this that you see on a lot of the older ships, where it's the whole thing is your interaction, instead of just clicking like an individual button in order to access something. Alright, and then as far as I know, that animation's not correct. As far as I know, that is pretty much it, other than this last piece, which is the blast shields that go over the cockpit here. Which, I don't know if the ship might need to be turned on. Nope. So it's just a little bit of extra armor there. Does limit your field of view quite a bit. But I'm assuming at some point these will actually make a difference. Currently, not so much. Cool. Well, as of right now, I believe that is going to be all of the updates on the Carrack. Stay tuned, and I will probably post another one once the 4.0 comes to fruition and this thing is finalized. Till then, we'll see you in the next one.